In this video, I'm going to list the features I'd like to see implemented in the future that I think would add so much to the sense of adventure and excitement that you get from the DMZ experience. I've been there from the start and have easily put over 100 hours into every season so far, so I've seen the best of the best, and also the worst of the dog shit worst. Now I'm going to start with number 2 on the list in fear that you'll all just dislike the video and stop watching if I start with what I believe to be the most important thing, because it's something very obvious that we've all seen, heard and talked about since the day it released. So let's get into it. Number 2. Better Hunt Squad contracts. This is by far the most controversial contract in the game right now, and quite rightly so. Now, although it doesn't bother me because I'm not a little bitch, for a lot of people there's nothing worse than trying to keep a low profile and get some missions done when all of a sudden you find yourself hunted by a squad of 3 to 6 that have just come second place in Battle Royale 10 times in a row, and now they've come to DMZ to fully tantrum over the entire lobby. When accepting the contract, the hunters get a rough idea of the location of their victims pinged on their attack map, and they can usually shit all over them with no penalty and a measly reward of 3.5k, which in DMZ is fuck all. Now, I do agree that PvP is a huge part of DMZ, so... Oh. No, I do agree that PvP is a huge part of what makes DMZ, so the ability to please does please me, but when it's 6-3-3 it's too easy for them to just sort of roll up and fucking flatten your entire squad, and yeah, it does make it unpredictable and exciting, but it definitely needs a rework to make it a bit less one-sided. What I propose is that when you accept a hunt squad contract for the new reward of, let's say, 12k, all teammates in the hunting squad are periodically pinged on the map for the duration of the contract to the rest of the lobby as hunters. This would mean any other stray squads can intervene and play the hero, which will actually give them a cash reward instead, similar to when you accidentally run into a stray HVT in the wild and poach the bounty. Most of the squads doing these hunt squad contracts are doing so because they want the aggressive PvP, and at the moment they literally get it handed to them with a rough UAV resulting in an easy squad wipe. If they want PvP, then give it to them. Mark them on the map for all to see where the action is going to be. If the sweats want to sweat, then let them sweat. Don't make it easier for them. Making this change to the contract would mean that the sweaty squad hunters get to increase their chances of sheer chaos between multiple teams, as they would possibly be having to push a team before the time limit runs out whilst themselves being hunted by another squad or maybe multiple squads. It would also mean that 6-man teams could do good in ARMOUR too, and actually engage in a fight with people that want it, as opposed to only being able to hunt random squads that are just minding their own business. Imagine holding up in a building somewhere waiting for the squad that's hunting you to show up, only to have another squad arrive first shouting, "Friendly, friendly, we're gonna help you!" Then absolutely dicking all over the sweats that have just bolted over all cocky because they think they're going to get some easy kills, but also not knowing if the team that just helped you are just going to kill you afterwards too, or you and the team of vigilantes kill the hunters but then you kill the squad that just saved you for the biggest twist in DMZ history. Or you could just thank them and squad up and help them out of the mission or some shit to return the favour, and that's the beauty of DMZ right there, the choices you get to make in all these different scenarios. Next up is number 3. Fix pre-made 6-mans. Now, the act of being able to talk your way out of a gunfight and become friends is one of the core elements of DMZ, and I hope they never change it. Oh shit, players, friendly.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
You're not too friendly.
Yeah,
no
sorry.
problem with me, huh?
Fuck, I thought he was going to kill us. Jesus Christ.
Well, we wanted to do it, but you can talk, so...
okay, nice.
Already, sorry, mate, but just let's...
Oh, okay, fair, alright. Cool.
Whoa.
Cheers guys.
Okay, yeah, let's
bye.
each other, guys. Have some nice games, mates.
Yeah, you too. Sometimes I found myself solo and getting hunted down and snapped like a twig in record time, but other times I found myself in a high-speed chase across the entire map using multiple vehicles and different tactics to survive. But other times I've been stuck in between as a solo or duo and ended up getting help from another squad or offering to help them in exchange for some weapons or dropping them some cash. The fun is all there if you want it. Anyway, the problem is how easy it's become for a team of 6 friends, usually on Discord, to try their luck in a server and use the in-game chat to check if they're in together or not. First, people would use the server number at the bottom to confirm they were in the same game. Now they use the in-game chat before the match starts to check and then back out if they don't see each other's messages. Honestly, I find this happening in every match I play now. The solution for this is just to turn off the chat until the game starts. Easy. Although they do only have 3,000 devs, so hopefully someone will be able to fix this incredibly complicated problem. Now, although if they did do this, it'd be a great victory for all the struggling angry dads out there, but what about all the groups of friends out there that still make up 6 that honestly just want to be able to play with their friends together as a unit? Clearly there is a huge DMZ player base out there for 6-man squads, or it wouldn't be such a big problem. So why not include them at the same time so they're happy too? My suggestion is that they add a new DMZ mode that infills 3 to 4 6-man squads instead, with only one exfil at a time. Maybe that'd be a fucking mess, or maybe it'd be chaotic good, but hey, there's definitely something there that can't be ignored. Number 4. Weapons Case 2.0. Going for the weapons case, in my opinion, is one of the most exciting things you can do in DMZ, especially now they've moved the locations of the train, which was something I've been praying they would do since Season 1. Well played, Activision. Drilling the safe whilst being attacked by helicopters is now one of the most exciting, cinematic and rewarding experiences in ARMOUR, and I hope they expand on it by adding cars full of AI that chase you too, and maybe even AI that literally board the train, though I realise I'm getting pretty carried away now. As it stands, most people that I know that play regularly have already EXFIL'd with all the weapons cases back when it involved just killing the Juggernaut and received their rewards, meaning they now have no incentive to ever do it again. There needs to be some sort of ongoing reward that starts progressing after all 7 have been extracted. A simple idea would be a weapon sticker or something similar to the extraction badges that you get every 100 extracted, to keep up the competition and hype around it. So many times now I've just casually picked it up on the way to the final EXFIL or something with no threats or competition. Now a more involved idea would be to give the players a new type of secure kill streak to stash in their backpack similar to how the secure backpack works. Or a unique kill streak specific to the weapons case, like being able to call in a free vehicle on your position like an LTV or even a helicopter. Maybe this would ease off some of the tension that recently arose after the announcement of the new pay to win bundles and even the playing field a little. Maybe there will be teams of people just doing the weapons case over and over again so they can infill with a backpack full of kill streaks, and I say let them. After all, they did manage to extract the weapons case 11 times in a row without using a single one of their secure kill streaks. Number 5. Less EXFIL choppers. Now bear with me because we're taking the scenic route for this one. As of Season 3 there are now 5 different ways to EXFIL. Number 1, the standard 3 EXFILs dotted around the map. Number 2, the hostage contracts. Number 3, EXFILing while piloting the heavy chopper if you find the fuel. 4, purchasing a personal EXFIL. And 5, the final EXFIL. In my opinion, and I think a lot of people don't realise or fully appreciate this, but DMZ isn't about getting kills and coming first place. There is no first place. The way you win at DMZ is by having the most fun. We've all heard the saying, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And I think that sums up DMZ perfectly. The reason DMZ is so exciting is because every round is different from the last. Now sure, you can go in strapped to the nines with your sweat rashed bros, do 3 hunt squad contracts, piss all over 2 solos that are just doing their missions with no gear and a trio that are away AFK huddled at the buy station. Well great, GG, pat yourself in the back and suck your own dick, nobody cares. Getting a kill in Call of Duty is not new. In fact, the last time I checked, killing someone in a Call of Duty game has been a thing for 20 fucking years. I remember going into a match of fucking nothing, zilch, zero, naked, and somehow managing to team up with another squad, fighting over the weapons case with some other players and chasing them across the map and into the toilet of a tiny little shack and killing all of them and stealing the weapons case. Then, whilst the gas was coming in, another squad showed up and managed to steal the weapons case from us, which completely split up our entire squad and made us miss our EXFIL, so we had to chase them across the map to the final EXFIL, all dying one by one to the gas and other players, where we managed to get it back off them halfway. Then as my last few teammates eventually died, I finally made it to the final EXFIL chopper with the weapons case in my hands, only to be killed by a fucking solo who ran in at the last minute and stole everything. And I didn't even care. Do you know why? Because that shit was wilder than a bushfire cat on crack. That shit just doesn't happen anymore. We would have just gone to the buy station and bought a personal EXFIL, or someone would have had the chopper fuel, or found a hostage contract. So, how about this? Let's make the personal EXFIL cost a teeny bit less, say 40 or 35k, but per person in the squad. This would make it more of a novelty and mean that you have to end up doing an extra contract or 2 to earn the money for it. And in addition to this, maybe instead of 3 EXFILs from the start, just having 2 or maybe just 1 that changes the location every 5 minutes. And also have just 1 or 2 hostage contracts. You see, I'm worried that the devs are going to make DMZ too easy. They've already made it easier, or technically just more flexible, but if they keep going they could well kill off the fun of it all. It's much harder to take stuff away than it is to add sometimes, so they have to be careful. Number 6. The ability to mod vehicles. Now I'm not talking about turning our Mazda into Pimp My Ride and adding an exhibit as part of an operator bundle or dumb shit like that. I mean just small functional and practical upgrades. Let's use the good old trusty hatchback as an example. So, I imagine this to function similarly to workbenches or barter tab in a buy station, but at a gas station when you park your car within the range of being repaired and refueled. You could log onto a little laptop and increase acceleration plus top speed from its base level 1 to a maximum of 3 using items like blowtorch, jump cables, batteries and other useless shit like that. Perhaps you could also increase the armour a small percentage too, and even represent those armour upgrades visually with some added hunks of sheet metal similar to the armoured truck. Perhaps you could also add storage to the vehicle too, starting at 2 slots up to a maximum of 6 slots, ultimately fitting in 3 weapons or some ammo boxes and smokes or whatever. Imagine being able to have your AR, SMG and sniper in your backpack, but being able to stash a joker in the trunk of the car when you're pulling up on an EXFIL or when you're being chased by another squad. Number 7. Tiered armour vests. Something that has received a very warm welcome is the new backpacks and vests they added with Season 3. I always carry around a different vest now whenever I can and frequently switch between them based on the situation. I would love to see a system that lets you stack the same vest to get even more benefits. So for example, if you already had a medic vest and find another one, you can merge them together to be a tier 2 medic vest, which in addition to making revives faster, could give you the ability to use a pistol whilst downed or carry a dead teammate like you would with a hostage, or both if you get them up to tier 3. A tier 2 tempered vest can take less damage from fire. A higher tiered comms vest can increase the distance that you hear the procs chat, or even a built-in icon on your HUD that tells you how close you are to another operator. Okay, now do you remember at the start of the video I explained how I was going to begin the list with number 2 and come back to number 1, which was what I believe to be the most important thing. Not that they've been in order or anything, but hey ho. Well, this is that time. So here it is with number 1, base building. Nah, I'm just kidding, that would suck. Number 1 is to fix the fucking bunks! It's driving us all insane! Like the fucking god-awful UI that currently just disappears after each match. Infilling of your insured weapons that have half the attachments missing, or sometimes the entire fucking gun is missing. I'm pretty sure that having a gun in Call of Duty is somewhat of an important part of the entire fucking franchise. What about when you purchase the personal extra that ends up being the regular fucking exfil? Infilling in total darkness, infilling in the fucking sky, eyeball bullets, lens cap still on the scope, bullets don't work on the train, not being able to loot on the exfil chopper, bots can fly, teleport me, and this is just the tip of the fucking iceberg. Please fix this broken mess. But no. Instead they just keep adding more skins and bundles. I've got an idea for a fucking bundle. A future best-selling license bundle that will surely top the charts and surpass the profit of all other bundles combined by 3,000%. A bundle that costs £50, the same price as the base game, making the most expensive bundle yet by an extra £20, and it's paid to win. Oh yeah, you hate paying to win, don't you? Well, let me tell you why you're gonna fucking buy it, shall I? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Jim will fix it bundle. Yeah, that's right, Jimmy fucking Savile. I know it's not because of all the kids Activision now fucking by selling them a broken mess of a game, even though it's rated 18+. Remember I said this bundle was pay to win? That's because when you buy this bundle, it fixes all the fucking bugs. I mean, you might actually win a game for once because everything actually fucking works like it's supposed to. Now, obviously I'm not seriously comparing the lives ruined by the world's most prolific paedophile to a few hours lost to the inconsistent performance of an online game. That would be insane. My point is that people would pay for that skin if it meant they could play a polished version of Warzone 2.0 with no bugs and reliable servers for the remainder of its lifespan. Let me know what you think of all these ideas as well as your own in the comments below, and give the video a like if you want to see more content on this channel in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.